May I start?
Yeah, you can start.
Very good afternoon to the jury, dignitaries, Bhushan Mohan sir, all the dignitaries from the Scotch Group, and District Collector sir, and all my colleagues here in Bhadravati Kottagudem district. Um, uh, Today, my topic I'll be presenting on the e-governance usage in agency district of Bhadravati Kottagudem, the initiatives and the work that we have been doing using the e-governance tools to bring about good governance for the public. I'd like to discuss on them. So briefly, the district profile, as has been briefed in the previous slides, which is very crucial to understand the context in which we are utilizing the e-governance. The district shares boundaries with districts of Nagabad, Khammam, and Bhutalpalli, and also bordering states of AP and Chhattisgarh. It's the largest district in Telangana state with a population of about 10 lakh. And the district has two revenue divisions, 23 mandals, 481 gram panchayats, and four urban local bodies, and a grand total of 1280 habitations. Now, this is a very crucial bit because the district, even though it is because of its large size, we have disparate habitations which are very far away from each other. And it's an agency district with two-thirds of population from tribal and SC population communities, and majority of population is below poverty line. 33% of the population and above is illiterate, with higher literacy rates seen among females. Now, in this district profile, what we find very challenging is even though we have public services, access to them is a major challenge from the district administration. From under the guidance of our collector, sir, we have taken up many initiatives where to bridge this gap and to ensure that even the public services, the government services are delivered to the remotest corners of the district. Next slide, please. So why e-governance? As we have discussed, because of the vast geography and because of tribal hamlets tend to be far away from each other. In one village, usually you have 3-4 habitations which are far away from each other. And one of the habitations might have all the facilities such as a PHC, but for the remaining 3 habitations, it become a major challenge to access them. Even coming all the way to the district collectorate, it is a very big task for them, both financially and also in terms of physical distance. It's a small. It has our district has a lot of interior small agency villages with illiterate tribal families, and one of the major aspect of the district is an LW aspirational district, where some of the mandals are very chronically affected with left-wing extremism, where people are often swayed by the LW ideology. So this becomes a major challenge for us: how to make them part of the mainstream and how to deliver our public services both efficiently and effectively. And added to it, because of it is a forested district, as has been presented by my collector sir, that even the transport and communication is a major challenge, where some of the habitations are completely cut off because they're situated deep inside the forest jungles. So, and also we had the challenge, the whole nation faced the corona pandemic from in 2020 that not only affected India at large, but also especially a tribal poor agency district like us, the corona pandemic was a major challenge for us. And hence, we found that e-governance is majorly needed to ensure to bridge the gap and with low cost and to reach these public and ensure public services. We have taken up e-governance as a major tool in our day-to-day governance. Next slide, please. So what are the tools that we have been utilizing? One is e-Seva centers, accessible and responsive centers. I'll be talking about these e-Seva centers in the coming slides. They are the major kiosks, common public service centers where public can access majority of online services. And we also have innovative public interface program nowhere seen in the state with the name of Dial Your Collector, where we have seen that with the corona pandemic, before corona pandemic, we used to have public come all the way to the district and address their grievances to the district collector personally. But because of corona, both the transport and also having so many people would be a major risk. Given that challenge, we have innovated and made a Drive Your Collector program where public could simply call at wherever they are situated, no matter the habitation, how far ever it is, just one call away, they could speak directly to none other than collector and address their grievance and speak to him directly and ensure that the problem is resolved. So that was a major hit among all the public. We have also taken up group talk application where we have seen that even though with internet might be a difficulty, all the whole habitations have decent telephone networking. So we have taken advantage of this and we have utilized group talk application where all the officers situated in all these habitations could come over and sit for a conference through regular teleconference, interact with the district collector, and the review of the line department work is taken. And even I should mention that we have not only restricted ourselves to officialdom, but also actively involved public representatives. It is a common sight in our district to have sarpanchas from very poorest of poor habitations, remotest of remote habitations, to come all the way and converse directly with none other than district collector, sir. This has helped bridge the gap, that this has reduced our distance from collectorate. Earlier, it used to be that collectorate would sit at somewhere in the center in the collectorate district headquarters, and a poor habitation is so far away. But now that distance has been bridged through this group talk application. We also had innovated not just group talk applications. At mandal levels, we have installed state-of-the-art Zoom television conferences where all the officials in that mandal can come over and discuss directly face-to-face as we are doing right now. This has been a major innovation in the district where it was unheard of, where at a mandal level somebody can come and then converse directly with the district administration, including. And another important thing is we have made it a point to ensure that our SHGs, self-help groups, which are dominated by poor tribal women, are also made part of all these Zoom television conferences, so that their issues, their problems, and their good practices are also taken on board for everybody's. We could learn a lot from in all our interactions and television conferences with them. So this interaction with public representatives, SHGs, and all the officials has been a major platform for us where everybody could come together, discuss our issues, and sort out any friction and sort out any differences, any coordination issues between departments, between various mandals, between various villages, and could ensure our smooth administration. As we have seen the previous two slides, where both the environment-wise and health-wise, that administration was majorly driven through this e-governance initiatives by Collector Sir, where the tool was this, and the impact you had seen in the previous two slides. The health initiatives and the environment initiatives, they were our delivery, and the tool and the medium that we used were majorly e-governance. They were our, as a surgeon uses his tools to operate and make the medical surgery successful, we have utilized e-governance as our tools. And apart from it, we have also utilized social media and Twitter and all other WhatsApp groups, which I would be talking through in the coming slides, especially very well in terms of coordination, and could cut out and thrash out any differences between officers and one-line administration, and we could give our instructions very clear and it would reach in a matter of minutes. And this interface, as we discussed, especially with public representatives and the whole public, was a major driver of our success, and the district stood tall in terms of our results in the whole state. Next slide, please. Next slide. So, as we've discussed, Mi Seva, in Telugu, it means at your service. These are the kiosks, small centers that are in remotest of remote habitations, where a citizen can come over and access all types of governance initiatives, where he could apply for his birth certificate, death certificate of his family members. He can get his mutations done. He could get his trade license. All of it, around 100 plus services have been made available at these Mi Seva centers. And through these centers, we have been able to deliver so that each citizen could come over and give their application, which would be resolved at our district collectorate. Next. One of the important key aspects of a Mi Seva center is service level agreement. It is one thing to have application taken through Mi Seva center, but it is entirely another, and a very important aspect is to ensure that the grievance is resolved within the dedicated amount of time. So a service level agreement that we have with this Mi Seva is that every type of certificate has a particular maximum time period before which the authority has to deliver that certificate. There are around 370 services in Mi Seva, which each has a different SLA time periods. And in the next slide, you could see the major difference that we could make. Yes, we could make through our e-governance initiatives. As we can see, the leftmost is the total number of certificates that were applied. both the green one and the red one indicate the approved and the rejected one. And the black one is a more crucial one that we have to observe, which represented the beyond SLA. That means a citizen was able to give his certificate, but they were pending beyond SLA for years, for days and days on end. Whereas in 2020, where because of all the initiative that we taken and Corona pandemic, we have utilized our e-governance platforms to ensure that this beyond SLA is negligent, brought down to zero. That has been a major achievement from the district, where this we have not only seeing that the MISEVA centers are working, we are ensuring that they are working effectively and within the time period, so that we are not only giving service, we are also giving effective service. The pursuit of excellence has been at the core, at the center of our day-to-day monitoring of our e-governance. Next slide, please. Another major landmark initiative from the state government has been the Dharani portal, where initially, erstwhile, the at Tehsildar level, every citizen had to go and approach for mutation. They had to ask for certificate to survey. All of this has been brought into one online portal called Dharani, which means in Sanskrit, the earth. This has been a game changer in land administration, where our district has pioneered in terms of training of all our officers, making them ready, so that any citizen who is coming with his any application that comes through Dharani portal is effectively addressed by our Tehsildars and all the revenue machinery. We have ensured and taken steps to bring everybody on board and taught them all the nitty-gritties of this online portal, and ensured that everybody is on the same page regarding service delivery, regarding the land administration. Next slide, please. And the features that we have that were provided in the Dharani portal is one of the most inspiring, and also which stands an example for the entire country. All the land details in the entire state, every inch, you can just go and search on the online portal. If there is a farmer who wants to know what his survey number is, he can just go with his Aadhaar number and his name, and he could search his land details online, so that there is no need to come to the office. Where thus we have reduced the human interface, which has also helped us in cutting down a lot of corruption and discretion that that used to be a feature, and that used to be a feature in revenue administration. So through this Dharani portal, we have evolved into a more simplified and hassle-free, and also without any discretion kind of administration, so that every citizen is empowered to understand what his land is, what is the survey number, what is the extent of it, what is the market value. With putting this information, we believed in putting information in the hands of the citizen, and that's what helped us in delivering this feature and helping in smooth land administration. Next. And as we have discussed, the ICT that we are using extensively has been WhatsApp, social media, especially with with the explosion of mobile phones everywhere in the country. Social media and WhatsApp has become a very useful tool, and generally it is utilized only to chat between two people. But we have innovated and ensured that a lot of groups, coordinated groups, are made on WhatsApp groups, so that the whole district administration, every single official from Panchayat Secretary to the district collector is there in one single group, so that any instruction is passed on within seconds from the highest level in the district to the lowest level without any confusion. We have obviated the need to send files that would go on for days and days and reach after 1 week. From there, we have cut down to a matter of minutes, where one decision taken at the collectorate level is passed on to the Panchayat level within a matter of minutes. And other video and teleconferences, as we have discussed, has been extensively helpful in bridging the gap and reaching the interior remote habitations. And Dial Your Collector has been one of the state of the art and also a pioneer in ensuring that the public grievances would not suffer just because we have a corona pandemic. We have innovated, we have overcome the challenge to reach the public rather than make the public come to us. And WhatsApp is a very dynamic and a simple messaging platform that has truly brought a delivery and communication. In each group, whatever we have officers from both village level, mandal level, district level, and even headed by the district collector himself, where for ensuring proper coordination and monitoring. Any issues that we find are immediately posted on WhatsApp group, and immediately it is resolved by the district collector sir or an officer at the mandal level, so that everybody is on board and they would understand what is the latest status regarding a particular program. Even daily reports regarding the flagship schemes of the government are reported every single day, so that the district collector and every officer is aware and makes him conscious to improve his performance for the next review. Next slide, please. As we can see, this is a snapshot of all the district groups that we have, especially the district officers. Even we have one group dedicated to the Scotch delegates, where to coordinate our efforts to ensure that we put our best effort in terms of giving our presentations, starting from our technical person to the presentation maker, to the people who will be presenting, to all the concerned department heads, to the district collector himself. So we have all these district groups that are there in our WhatsApp that has helped us in proper coordination, ensuring that the excellent results that you saw in the previous two presentations were possible because we have utilized these tools to a great effect. Next slide. And Twitter is another platform. In the previously Twitter, many people would not use it because they would not see any response from the government, particular government offices. But we have changed that and ensured that every grievance that is posted on Twitter and tagged with a collector or any particular line department is actively monitored at the collectorate level and immediately posted to that concerned officer. And when it is resolved, that resolution is also posted and put it on the Twitter, so that for the benefit of the person who has posted on the Twitter. We can see it in the next slide. Next slide, please. In the next slide, where a person has tweeted that their grievance has been redressed very well, and they have tweeted in Telugu, which roughly translates to the great gratitude that they have shown regarding the grievance that was resolved within a matter of days. So in the previous regime, before e-governance, the person used to travel around and run from pillar to post and come to the collectorate many times, wasting his precious money and with no solution. But with this e-governance, we could see the effective impact, the dramatic impact that we are having on the lives of these poor habitation. We believe that these tools, e-governance tools, that WhatsApp and the Twitter, are not meant for the rich only. They should be utilized for the benefit of the poorest of the poor. That is when we will truly deliver in the era of e-governance. That will help. Only when the poorest of the poor is benefited, then we can say that the services that we are delivering are truly useful. As it is manifested many times in the tweet rewards that we received over the past 1.5 years. Next. Video conferences is another important tool that we are utilizing, where we have installed all the very important state-of-the-art equipment in Mandal offices, and we let all the officers come, so that instead of making them travel all the way to the district, as I have mentioned, this district is a very vast district with a great expanse of 7,500 square kilometers. So it is very difficult for anybody to come travel all the way to just attend a meeting. So we have ensured that they can come to their mandal level, and through that they can interface to the district collector without hassle, which saves their time and makes the administration more and more efficient, and that making the long distance unnecessary, and we could focus on important items of actually reviewing their task and also giving them instructions so that they can go ahead with their work and deliver excellent results, as has been the case with our district. Next slide, please. And these are some of the snapshots of how the district collectors are holding a review meeting with so many people, as we have discussed, the sarpanches, the self-help groups, the Raitu Bandhu Samitis, the farmer communities, the village organizations, all of them have been brought on board, and everybody making the hierarchy and not useful here, making everybody on the same plane, so that even a panchayat secretary can air his grievance directly to the collector, which could not have been possible in any other way previously. We have been truly ushered into this era of making this administration very plain, and also reaching to the nearest and the remotest of officer and also public. Next slide, please. And the teleconferences is another, as we have discussed, where with Group Talk app that we are using, it almost 1,000 plus people can connect on a conference call. Sometimes it might be difficult for people to come to mandal level. So we have ensured that even to ease further the teleconferences, you do not need any internet to join the calls. They can utilize their SIM connection, and they can simply get on and then and discuss their issues, so that any reviews are also taken up in a brisk manner. Within 1 hour, all the issues are sorted, and we are going ahead with our new goal, and also in the deadline that are given, and working on our action. Next. Next slide, please. Dial your collector. Here, our collector sir is himself receiving grievances with all the district officers in the nearby, so that any person he might be having a grievance regarding drainage that is not constructed in his near his home. Then the concerned municipal office is summoned, and in front of district collector only he will have to answer that public. So erstwhile, it might be difficult where the municipal chairperson or commissioner might have been inaccessible to the public. But with Dial Your Collector, all these grievances have been brought online and made so that it is very hassle-free and immediately effective and instant solution is provided. And these have been followed up continuously so that all the grievances have been resolved in within the stipulated time. Next slide. These are the grievances. The left side shows how we are monitoring each of those grievances, and the right one shows how the public have been appreciative of this unique initiative, and they have been showing their gratitude for district administration reaching out to the public. Next slide, please. As all these initiatives, I only want to sum up with in one line. If I have to tell that we have launched all of these with one goal in mind, it is that to provide effective and better public services to the public of this tribal agency district. And our e-governance will not be just for a standalone e-governance or use of computers or just some machines. We want e-governance to be a tool for good governance. That is when we will truly realize Mahatma Gandhi's goal of Gram Swaraj and a clean and a green and a prosperous country. Thank you all.
As an e-governance consultant, I'm really impressed with the type of job you are doing. Really going to a district level, that too a very remote district, and that also taking the public services down to in a remote backward areas like yours, in the tribal areas like yours, to the citizen, and using all the latest tools and technologies and ensuring its positive outcome. I think this is really, really creditable. Hats off to you. Please keep up the good work. I think this is really good.
Thank you so much, sir.
I would just add one thing. As a future vision of e-governance, we are trying to make it more citizen-centric. See, till now, our thinking has been very much departmental centric, because each of the department we are trying to transform and bring in the services. But looking into the future, we have to look into from the citizen point of view as to what he requires, because he requires something which runs across the department. Typically, we find one department gives a certificate to the citizen, which is to be utilized by another department. So citizen has to physically or electronically give it to the other citizen. So the next stage in e-governance is really transforming and looking out for all the services from the citizen perspective and having a 360-degree view to the citizen from the government on this. This is also a part of the Digital India vision and the policy document, although it's very difficult to implement, but implementation on this has started. I think you are the people at the ground level. If you also start giving inputs on this, it would be excellent. It would be excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable suggestions. We assure you that we will definitely work on them and further improve our services to the remotest of the remote habitations and the public, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.